Hey, everybody. I am here today with some fun conversation. I love sharing successes of fellow real estate agents here at eXp Realty. I don't get a chance to do these as often as I'd like. So thanks to Bill Beck and Jacob Armbruster, we're here today to talk about a success. And, I'm just excited, you guys, because a lot of people don't realize the opportunities that we really have here at eXp Realty, outside of the box opportunities to contribute, to collaborate, to use our relationships outside of just regular transactions, so to speak, to really build wealth and help other fellow agents find successes too. And so I want to talk a little bit about that today. But for those of you that are not with eXp Realty does have a program called eXpress Offers, which is an iBuyer program. We are actually the only real estate company in the world that has an internal iBuyer program. And recently, because of Bill Beck, my business partner here at eXp, we were able to kind of create an arm, if you will, of the eXpress Offers in the short-term rental space with a partner by the name of Revedy. I'm sure many of you, if you're in the short-term rental space, have heard of them. And so Bill and Jacob, I'm going to let you guys take it away and have a little bit more of this conversation. Congrats to both of you, because you're doing some awesome things in your business and helping investors. And I'm excited for you guys to share.
Thank you, Cari. Yes. This is a brand new program that we've been working on extensively. This is really exciting stuff. Essentially, it's mating these institutional buyers that are wanting to get access to the short-term rental sub-asset class. So this is something that I've had a background in as a consultant with vacation rental buying. And it's just a matter of time when, people are making a lot of money in this space. It's like, well, I mean, the word's going to spread, and you got to have agents to go help facilitate deals. And Revedy's been a partner that we've been working on a program here specifically with eXp to facilitate that, because they've got some really awesome capabilities that assist agents with helping to find these deals. And I wanted to bring Jacob into a meeting because he's actually just closed on a transaction here. Was it last week, Jacob?
Yeah, it was last week.
Yeah. So, I mean, basically, I just want to know kind of how did it go? What was the introduction process like? What was it like interfacing with them? And then just tell us about, how it all went.
Surprisingly, one of my smoothest transactions to date. I always say that no transaction is easy. There's always a hiccup. I'm in my third year of real estate, and I've yet to have an easy transaction. So this was actually, I would say, my easiest transaction. Was very excited when I heard that eXp was introducing the eXpress Offers short-term rental program. I am an agent that likes to focus on short-term rentals. My markets are Nashville and Gatlinburg, and that is pretty much exclusively what I sell. So I'm all about short-term rentals, and I'm all about eXp. And when the two got combined, I was super stoked and got in touch with Bill right away. So very happy to be a part of the program and have closed two deals with Revedy, two luxury short-term rentals in Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah, and I'll follow up with that too, because the original reason that I got them involved with eXp is because they did the same thing for me. They sent me a smaller transaction that was very easy. You know how stressful it can get in real estate. So to have a fun buyer that's just ready to say yes and go for it, that was awesome. But then they had a follow-up with another buyer that was over $1 million transaction. And I was like, okay, where's the stressful part? Because usually these big deals can have a lot of hairy, stress and whatnot. And it was one of the easiest transactions I've ever worked in my life. And I'm like, that is incredibly awesome. So definitely encourage people to check this program out if you're in a market that has vacation rentals. If you yourself are working with people that might be interested in doing it, or you just want to learn more about the space, come check us out. If you're at eXp, we have a workplace community that we've set up specifically for this, and a certification program. And if you're not eXp, obviously reach out to someone and learn more. So
Awesome. Yeah. Congrats, Jacob. I mean, 3 years in the business, closing multiple luxury properties, learning how to, work with institutional investors. That's a whole another skill. But when you have a company like Revedy who has these relationships and do a lot of the back end work, it does make it a lot easier. And so certainly you have to learn about it. Bill is a great resource. Jacob, I'm sure, could be a resource if you want to hear more about his successes. I have a quick question for both of you guys. Why do you think it is so smooth? What makes it about an institutional investor like that? Or is it the back work that Revedy has done, because there's probably some consistency there, Bill, between your luxury transaction. Jacob had 2 luxury transactions and they're pretty smooth. Is there anything that you would necessarily, account for that?
Revedy. Yeah, I would say Revedy has great systems in place, and the people who work there, in my experience, have been fantastic to work with. So I would absolutely give them the props for making that transaction so smooth.
And I'm sure you have to go through the process, and you did go through the process, Jacob, of understanding that and knowing what the process is and how you fit into that process. And I think that's key, is that when you really do look at opportunities like this, that you take that certification, you do engage, and you learn, well, how can I be the best in this opportunity? Because if everybody has the right expectations, that's when I think that these smooth transactions can really happen. There's a lot of money being allocated in the short-term rental space right now, right, Bill? I mean, that is something, a movement that's happening because of the market shift.
Yeah, I was going to say, what makes it so easy is that as agents that work with vacation rental buyers, investors, I mean, there's always the equation of how much money is this going to make? Is this going to make financial sense? Whether it's someone who's like even on the fringe of, I just want to like use it sometimes, but I want to make sure I don't like lose a bunch of money by investing, or all the way up to the people that are completely agnostic as to where to buy. They just want to build a portfolio of production and buy these assets in varying areas. So I think they help take the weight off our shoulders, because us as agents, I mean, they kind of put it on us. I have that happen all the time where it's like, how much is this going to make? You tell me, Bill. And you're like, well, I went to realtor school and they told me that I'm not supposed to tell you what's going to happen because huge amount of liability. So we got this great company called Revedy that you can go ahead and we'll do an underwrite through their system. They'll provide that information. Obviously, they have analysts there that can, corroborate and say, yeah, this is actually a great one. Or, if someone, basically prevent them from buying something that probably is not going to work out great, especially when it comes to things like regulations. They actually have capabilities there that they can look into those types of things in addition to running analyses on occupancy information and average daily rate information. So it's really an awesome tool that I'd love people to learn more about when they're able to. So
yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, if you can reduce some of your liability as a realtor, right? And of course, it does take some of the workload off. We know sometimes people shy away from working with investors because they think it's so much work, because they are asking for all of these numbers and analysis and checking into all these things, and then they don't pull the trigger and we're spinning our wheels. I've heard from a lot of realtors like, yeah, I just don't know if I want to work with investors because of that. But at the end of the day, investors are serious buyers. And yes, they do have some different needs because it is a financial decision different than somebody who's going to live in the property themselves full time for 10 years. We've got a partner like Revedy, who we've been able to partner with here at eXp Realty to help take that liability and workload off. We can go out there and we can service these institutional investors and these other, even smaller investors that work with Revedy at a much higher level, and the transaction can be a lot more smooth. So another great thing that eXp Realty has done, the coolest part about it for me, is that they actually allow us as the agents to create these relationships and bring these opportunities in. And it is a wealth building opportunity for us. There's no other company that does that. And for me, that's like one of the most exciting parts. And then we get to bring value to someone like Jacob, who loves to work with institutional investors and is gaining more experience, making more money, and having more fun. So way to go, you guys. I'm super excited about it. And I'm excited to see a lot more successes coming down the pipeline with this program.
Thank you,
thank
Cari.
you, Cari. Thank you, Jacob.
Great to talk to y'all.
Bye.